Have you ever wondered why people are so good at bridges? Well, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do what they can do and critical strategies that will win you games against Sweats and Bridge. In order to win Bridges duels, you need to have good settings. For mobile controls, I suggest using the joystick and aim crosshair, which is the newest controls, and also customize them. Do not just use the default, it's really bad. I suggest using the layout that I have, where I have the joystick on the right, the left, and space and shift above the joystick. And I aim with my right thumb below the attack and place buttons. Yes. Of course, I'm using a texture pack to switch my hotbar, but you can use a different layout with your pointer finger on the joystick, your middle finger on the space and shift, and your thumb to switch. I personally do not like this, so I'm using a texture pack to switch my hotbar slots. Sensitivity. This is basically when you're looking around, how much you have to move your finger on the screen to look. So I'm used to just the default sensitivity of 50, so that's just what I use. But I suggest adjusting it to your liking, and of course test it out. And if you're can't aim at them because it's too fast, you just keep on missing them, then turn the sensitivity down. And if your sensitivity is too low, so you just can't even get your crosshair on them, then I suggest turning it up a little bit and adjust it until your likings. I suggest turning on camera perspective button. No auto jump. Easy sprint, yes. Sneak behavior, I suggest tap once. Outline selection, yes. And that is basically the whole touch controls. Now move on to video. Here, you're probably going to want just fancy visuals. Do not suggest vibrant visuals or ray traced. Or simple, actually. I mean, you can do it with simple, but I just don't like how it looks. Fancy is the best. Brightness 100%. Frame rate always at unlimited. Never do 60. Always unlimited. Smooth lighting, yes. Beautiful skies, yes. Render distance, keep it low so you don't lag on mobile devices. Of course, I can go all the way up to 10, but I keep it at 5. Even though 6 is recommended, I keep it even lower. Classic UI profile. Here, I'll show you what classic looks like. Classic looks like this when you have your inventory looking like this, versus Pocket looks like this, which is nice because it's bigger, you can see more, but it's also bad because you can't see around. So always have it as classic, I recommend. Okay. Camera perspective. Hide hand off. You always want to see your hand to see what you're holding. Hide paper doll. This is really a matter of preference. Never hide HUD. Never do that. HUD opacity 100%. Okay, FOV is kind of like sensitivity. I suggest not too low or too high. I use this FOV of 85 because it works for me. But of course, whatever seems the most natural to you, you should use. Field of view can be altered by gameplay. I actually suggest this to be off. It'd make it look smoother, but I like to keep it on because I'm used to it. Show player names on. UI scale modifier 100%. Extra large new UI, no. Screen animations, yes. View bobbing, definitely not. Set your damage tilt to 0, because it won't tilt your camera. Camera shake, off. Outline selection, on. Now go to accessibility. If you want it to look smooth in chat, go to these 3 down here. Text background, chat background, and action bar background. Turn them all the way to 0. Chat message, I'd suggest it at 3. And that is the settings. To win a game of bridge, there's multiple things that you can do. These strategies are very simple and easy to learn. Number 1, triple stack. To do the triple stack, first you need to have a running start. Once you have that running start, jump up and place a block underneath you. Now jump off that block, place 2 blocks, and 3. Sometimes it's very hard to do, but you can even get 4. Now once you are at 4, there's 2 things you can do. It depends if the opponent is coming down the side bridging, wall running, coming straight at you, or building up. Now, if the opponent is building up, what you want to do is use your bow and bow them off. Obviously, there's no opponent, but you would bow them off. And now they're stuck behind their pillar that they just built. Then you jump down, pretend that this is their pillow. Not pillow, pillar. You jump, place a block, and you're done. If you really want to, there's an easier strategy where you just build over it, or you can mod through it. If they're side bridging, you can, 1, bow them off. This is unreliable though, so I suggest going after them and hitting them off. Once you've hit them off, you can go back, do some fancy stuff, make a additional side bridge, but I do suggest first you block their bridge off like this and probably bridge over them. Okay, that covers the side bridge. Next, if you see them coming straight on, build some more blocks in here so they can't mine over, and then just jump over them and go score. That's literally the easiest thing to do. Now, if you see them wall running, this is the hardest one to do. You need to run back, and wall running is slower than just running. So once you're back at your island, they're going to be down here somewhere, and you can wait for them to hit the island and hit them off. And also, don't hit them straight back this way. Go onto the bridge and hit them sideways off. We will now be analyzing these 3 games as I play, and we will find out my mistakes and my good things that I did. So here, I build up, I see him, I bow him. Do not bow him, and do not jump up until he is near your pillar. I do this, and this is already a mistake. I am letting him get up onto my pillar. But I do save it by building up, but then I fall. This is another mistake. I've already had 2 mistakes and I haven't even scored. Do not make these mistakes. Now I block that off, I see him, and I do this nice bridge, and I score. Or not. That's another mistake. I'm trying to flex on him. But somehow, he makes it out of the blocks. I don't know how, but I score. I should have just scored in that case. So now there's already 3 mistakes that I've made. I hit him off. That was good. Now another strategy that's always good to do is spawn blocking. Spawn blocking is a very good strategy, and it's kind of overpowered. You do have to know where the opponent spawns, which is kind of annoying to learn that. But after you know that, it's really easy to make these spawn blocks. You just spam blocks around the spawn, and it causes them to not be able to get out. As you see now, I'm already to their side, and they have just made it out of my spawn block. I decide to block it back up, and even make it better than before. I block off that side more, and then I hit him in, but I don't go for the kill, I just score. That was good, because I knew that there was a chance that I could have died if I kept on trying to kill him. So I just decided to score instead. Here, I know he's right here. So I come down, I hit him out, and then I block it off more. And I go ahead and score. 4-0. Now, the spawn block is really, really overpowered because he's still mining out of the spawn block. Meanwhile, I'm about to score. And I do, ending the game in 5-0. In that game, I made 4 mistakes, but I also scored 5 times, made a spawn block. So overall, I probably had more than 50% of good things to bad things. Alright, game 2 is about to happen. Let's see here. Alright, it's on the map Factory. This map is good for, like, winning fast, because the goals are very close to each other. You see, he built up, so I tried to bow him, but I missed. And then that ended up in him getting over my wall, but it's fine because I was closer to the goal, so I still scored. As shown, I just blocked off his bridge. This is very good. Always block off their bridge. Now I am coming in. And I see him, so I decide to hit him. This is good, because now he's out the way. Now this part is not good. This is a mistake. I should have really just scored, but instead I'm trying to, like, do unnecessary cool things, like combo him, which I'm actually failing to do. And then I just start blocking off his pit, which is not good. That's blocking off the chances for me to score. I miss the bow shot. I go this way, and I decide not to spawn block, and I score 4-0. I bow him, which is probably the right thing to do. But then he hits me off. I should have just gone for the score, but I decided to block him off. And I do clutch, and I do score. So, yes. In that game, I had 2 mistakes, but 5 goals. So, it's fine. Game 3. In Game 3, it is the same map as Game 1. I do a nice triple stack, but he is right there. So I decide that I'm just going to jump over him, because it will be faster in the end. And I do score. Even though he made it to my side, I still try to block him off here. This is good, but he ends up bridging over, and I hit a nice bow shot, but it doesn't really matter because he still scored, and I actually hit him into my pit. But I hit that bow shot, clean bow shot. He's going to block off the pit. Meanwhile, I am bridging over his island. I make this, but I cannot bridge over him, so I have to do my bridge a little bit lower, and that ends up in a 2-2 tie, which is not good. You never want to be tied, especially towards the end of the game. Even though we're not there yet, you never want to be tied. So I decide to build up more. Obviously, he's blocking off his pit. I missed that, so I just build it. And then I just mine in and score. 3-2. Okay, so in order to win this game, I have to score 2 more goals. So I hit a nice jump around the pillar, nice bridge, and I just used the same exact routes. Now it's 4-2, so I only have to score 1 more. They're coming on the side bridge, so I bow them off, but it doesn't work. So then it just doesn't work. So I have to get back, and I end up falling, and they score. So now it's 4-2. I have to score 1 more. I decide to block them off, which ends up not working for both of us. We are both dead. So now I decide to just race because he fell off. Of course, he's over there, so I don't want to confront him really near the goal. So I just decide to sneakily mine these 2 blocks and pillar up and score. That ends the game. And yes, if this video helped you out and you enjoyed it, then please consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers before the end of July, so please hit the subscribe button. Maybe like the video too. That boy out.